Thanks, Peggy. That basket is coming along, I tell you. Our next guest is Deb Shelton. She's the development director for Pope Memorial Humane Society of Cocheco Valley. But before we talk with Deb, let's take a quick tour of Pope Memorial's Dover facilities. Check this out.
Hi there. Welcome to Pope Memorial Humane Society, Cocheco Valley. My name is Sabrina, and I'm an animal care technician here. Come on in, I'll show you around. The morning is one of our busiest times of the day. The animals are hungry, everyone's eager to get outside and interact with people, go to the bathroom, the vet staff is making their rounds, and we do a lot of cleaning. A lot of cleaning. Things are about to get loud. So this is the area where most of our adoptable dogs reside. They stay in these kennels. We try to make it as comfortable and calm for them as possible, which means that we have these barriers to keep away from dog reactivity. We fill them with nice cozy blankets, water, toys, treats, anything that they might need. We have these little treat bins. We have cards that identify who they are, what they like. This is our food prep area. This is the place where we take out our bowls and get the food ready. When most of the dogs are really excited. We have a lot of different tools that we use to keep them calm and collected. We have our interactive treat food bin here. Slow feeders, wobblers, Kong wobblers, keep them engaged. We do different musics to keep them calm throughout the day, different relaxing sounds, all different things. These are our yards that we use when we don't have walkers around. We can easily take the dogs out of the kennels and stick them in the yards, and we also can throw toys around with them, interact with them, love them a little bit extra throughout the day, and it's good to just get them outside and interact. This is our shelter manager's office. Sometimes she keeps dogs in here to keep them out of the kennels. Maybe they're not super comfortable. Maybe they just need a little bit extra time out of their kennels. So sometimes you'll see a dog in here, and sometimes you'll see Amy in here too.
I'm Amy, the shelter manager. While we show you around, you may notice these. These are on items that we always need at the shelter. So if you're looking to donate, look for the paw prints. Thanks.
So this is our laundry room. This is where the washer and dryer are, and this is where we keep a lot of the stuff that we use on a daily basis, like trash bags, bleach, Dawn, cleaning supplies, anything that we might need throughout the day. We also do dishes in here, we do the litter pans. A lot of the general cleaning happens in here. So this is our incoming dog area. This is where we hold the dogs that may have just come in, the dogs that might be on medical holds, or the dogs just, are stressed out in the adoption floors. We have these kennels that we can open up so they can go directly into the yards without any hassle or any contact. And then these regular kennels that we hold new dogs in. So this is our almost home room. It's a room that we designed out of a couple old cubicles and random furniture pieces so that the dogs can have some place that feels a little bit more like a home. The volunteers and the staff members can take them in here to have a little extra snuggle time, a little extra play time, and a whole lot of love. Thanks for following me around and getting a behind-the-scenes look at our morning routine here at Pope Memorial. Now Lucy here is going to take a walk with her friend Pam.
Our next little video is from a great sponsor, Winichahanat Veterinary Services. Check this out. Before we go on, I just want to mention that Winichahanat Veterinary Services is in Dover as well, and they are accepting new clients all the time. And I guess it is time to bring in a special guest, Deb Shelton from Pope Memorial. Hi, Deb. How's it
Good
going?
morning, Cliff. How are you today?
Good. I'm sorry I'm jumping back and forth between the shelter and the veterinary services, but it all has to do with animals, so it's all a good thing.
Exactly.
It's all a good thing. Hey, listen, I had one quick question right away. What was, where is my question? Lyman Pope. I
Yes,
don't think a lot of people know who your benefactor is. Can you tell everybody about him a little bit?
sure. Mr. Pope is a wonderful philanthropist that has donated to quite a few shelters all over the New England area. And when we were building our new shelter, doing our capital campaign, he gave us $1 million, which is why we changed our name from Cocheco Valley Humane Society to Pope Memorial Humane Society, Cocheco Valley. Wonderful man, loves the animals, especially dogs, and really wants to make sure that they have a safe place to be until they can find their forever home.
I saw he is especially a fan of German Shepherds, I guess.
Yes, he is.
I wanted to, I have some questions that I had prepared and some that are kind of interesting. That the video was terrific. Who did that video, first of all?
Ben Bagley from Ben Bagley Multimedia. He, I think he's done a fantastic job. And part 2 is done now as well, and will be run later on today through Apple Harvest Day, and will be available through our booth later on. Part 3 will be released in a few days.
Awesome. So tell us about how people can get involved with Pope Memorial.
Sure. Volunteers are really important to us. We couldn't do what we do if we didn't have the volunteers that we have. And people come and they can walk dogs, they can come and play with the cats, clean the cat room, they can work with the small animals. And also we do, of course, a lot of fundraising. So once the pandemic's over, we'll be back to doing big events, social events where people can be face-to-face. The pandemic has really impacted the way we do fundraising right now. And we've had to go to virtual. We've had to do a total change on how we're raising funds. But I will say that Haunted Overload is one of our biggest fundraisers, and that happens through the month of October. And it's every Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. They're day haunts and they're evening haunts, and people can buy tickets online. We will be following strict, social distancing. Masks will be required, but it's a really fun event, and they give 10% of their proceeds to us. And that, over the course of the last 10 years, has been about $200,000. So it's a big deal for us, and it's a great event. Hope people can attend. And we also need volunteers. One of the things that we do is we provide the volunteers that do parking, that help keep the line going and make sure. This year we're going to have to take temperatures, and we'll have to make sure that people stay 6 feet apart and that they're wearing masks.
Absolutely. There were a couple of other things that I was noticing too. That are you looking for members for the board of directors?
We do. I think we're always wanting to get people involved. So before they join the board, it would be great if they helped out with an event or, got engaged with the shelter so that they see what we do and, what's needed. But yes, we definitely do. And people can go to the website and print off a application.
COVID-19 has impacted everybody. So if someone were going to come and adopt a pet, I guess they'd have to make an appointment.
Correct. Since the pandemic, we've closed the facility, and adoptions and surrenders are happening by appointment only. And we've actually found that that's a really good thing. The animals get really stressed when people are walking through the facility and looking at them and noise and et cetera. So we've noticed that they're so much calmer and that we can prepare so much better for either a surrender or an adoption, and we plan for it, and it really has gone a lot better. So we're going to definitely change and continue to do things by appointment over the course of when the pandemic is in our past.
Yeah, because I noticed in the old days before you moved to this beautiful new building that if you were to walk through, all the dogs are like, "How about me? How about me? How about me?"
Exactly.
me. And, you know, they would get all excited about a human walking through and then disappointed, I guess.
Exactly.
I had another question about senior and handicapped animals. Is that, I think I was reading somewhere, and I don't remember where, hopefully it was a fact, that there's an abundance of senior dogs, particularly, that are looking to find their forever home.
That's true. We've noticed that there are a lot of senior animals that do get surrendered, cats as well. So it's great because some people just can't deal with the high energy of a puppy or a kitten. So as long as the animal is vaccinated and all their medical needs are forthcoming, so that we can tell people what to expect. They might be diabetic, they might need special dietary food, but seniors are pretty popular with people because they don't have to be house trained, et cetera. And we're thrilled that we have so many people that are interested in the senior animals.
Oh, nice. Do you have any other events aside from Apple Harvest Day coming up in October?
Right now, we have a costume photo contest going on with Sit, Stay, Smile, and they have chosen us to be the beneficiary of the funds that they raise. So if you're interested in that, please check them out and take pictures of your furry friends and get entered into the contest. Also, Howl for the Animals is an event that's part of Haunted Overload, and that's October 17th with a rain date of October 18th. And that's where little ones and dogs can come in and see the haunt, but see it in the daylight and not have to worry about being scared or anything like that. And we're going to have candy, but because of COVID, we're going to have bags packed and we'll give them to the little ones, and we'll give dog bones to the dogs that come through at the end, so that there's not a lot of touching.
It's a nice cooperative venture between Haunted Overload and you guys.
They're fantastic. Those people are incredible.
Oh, that's nice. I was looking at the website and I saw that you have a brick walkway. And
Yes.
that, are those still available for sale?
They are. We have two different size bricks. One is $1,000 and one is $500. And there's specific wording, number of lines and number of letters that you can put on each one. But a lot of people have bought those, and it's really a beautiful memorial for people that love animals or for animals that you've lost in the past.
Oh, that's really nice. What other things would you like to tell the whole community, since you have a vast audience today? Did I catch everything?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, we definitely, in-kind donations are really important to us. And because of the pandemic, we've had to really curtail how much we get of sheets and blankets and comforters and so forth that are used, and towels. But we always need bleach. We always need paper towels. We need Purina dog food and cat food, and then different kinds of canned food, as well as kitty litter and things like that, cleaning things. It's really important to us, because then when we do our fundraising, we can use the funds for things that we can't easily get donated, like special medical care that our vets can't do in-house, or we might have to buy special medicines or things like that for the animals. For example, the photo contest that is running this month, their goal is to raise $2,000. That will help us find, or give us the opportunity to give 30 animals a chance to a second chance, and then on top of that, the opportunity to find a forever home. And it's really important to us to make sure we find the right match for our animals, so they could find their home once they're available and medically cleared in a day. But some won't find their home for a year, but that doesn't matter. They'll be with us. We do a lot of different socializing and behavior work with them. And once the pandemic's over, we hope to have more community involvement, and things like doing training classes for puppies, or for dogs that are reactive and don't walk well on leash if they see other animals, things like that. We also want to start, and unfortunately, we were really excited to start doing birthday parties and camps for kids when school got out or when there's vacation, but the pandemic really put a curtail to that. However, our humane education people have done a really good job of finding things to do virtually. They've been doing story time on Thursdays and Fridays. They've been doing trivia questions for people on Facebook. So they're trying to keep people engaged and kids engaged, even though they can't come to the facility and see the animals. They introduce different types of animals each time they do a story. So a dog might help the volunteer read the book one day, cat might help, an iguana might help the next time. So it's a lot of different ways to keep people engaged, even though they can't come into the facility. And then the videos are what we've been working on to be able to show people and donors what is going on at the shelter, since they can't come into the shelter all the time.
Yeah, and I think they want to, we want to be able to show your second video one of these moments during the day today, so we'll get to that too. And I just, I really appreciate you being part of this, Deb Shelton. She is the Development Director for Pope Memorial Humane Society of Cocheco Valley. Thank you for being part of this virtual fun Apple Harvest Day at home. I hope you have a great weekend.
I appreciate it.
Thanks for being a part of it.
All right, take care.
You too. All right. Well, my time is kind of coming to an end here. So I guess there's a lot more to go this afternoon. We're going to go all the way until 4 o'clock, including a behind the scenes look at the Apple Harvest Day at the end of the live stream. But now it gives me a lot of pleasure to introduce a hometown band that has been a staple of the Chamber's annual Cocheco Arts Festival. New Hampshire Public Radio describes the band like this: if you've been to Sonny's Tavern in Dover on a Tuesday night, you could be forgiven for feeling you've stepped into a New Orleans jazz club. The 8 musicians that make up Seacoast-based Soggy Po Boys bring brassy music of New Orleans to Dover. Ladies and gentlemen, here's Soggy Po Boys.
Joshua at the Battle of Jericho, Jericho, Jericho. Joshua at the Battle of Jericho, and the walls came tumbling down. Joshua at the Battle of Jericho, Jericho, Jericho. Joshua at the Battle of Jericho, and the walls came tumbling down. You talk about the man that get in, talk about the man that saw, but they ain't like good old Joshua at the Battle of Jericho. Joshua at the Battle of Jericho, Jericho, Jericho. Jericho. Joshua fit the battle of Jericho, and the walls came tumbling down. Joshua fit the battle of Jericho, Jericho, Jericho. Joshua fit the battle of Jericho, and the walls came tumbling down. You talk about the man that get in, talk about the man that saw, but they ain't like good old Joshua at the battle of Jericho. Soothe me with your caress, sweet lotus blossom, lotus blossom. Heal me in my distress, sweet lotus blossom. Please do. You alone can bring my lover back to me. Even though I know it's just a fantasy. And knock me clear out. Sweet lotus blossom, please do. You alone can bring my lover back to me. Even though I know it's just a fantasy. And then knock me clear out. Sweet lotus blossom, please do. Thank you so much, everybody. We are the Soggy Po Boys. So if you are here for the Soggy Po Boys, you're in the correct spot. Nice job. We like to play New Orleans music, but so we play a lot of canonical stuff, but we also write our own material. We write in the New Orleans tradition, whatever that means. So sometimes that means swing music, sometimes that means second line music, sometimes that means Caribbean music. This next song is an original song off of our brand new record, Smoke. This one's called So Simple, and it was written by Eric Claxton. If it all was so simple, would it still be worth it now? If it all was so simple, would it still be worth it now? Would it still be worth it now? Would it still be worth it now? You and me, my dear, we've had a curvy path to walk, a path that's been lined with mistakes and retraces. And through it all, we stand here imperfect and humble, cautious of the future, but with smiles on our faces. We've fallen on our knees, we've taken in the breeze, and through all of these moments, we found a way to stay in love. We made our way through fire, more than fate ought to have allowed. But if it all was so simple, would it still be worth it now? We've fallen on our knees, we've taken in the breeze, and through all of these moments we found a way to stay in love. We made our way through fire, more than fate ought to have allowed. But if it all was so simple, would it still be worth it now? Thank you. taxi, honey. Better be ready by 8:30. Oh, and darling, don't be late. I wanna be there when the band starts playing. Remember when we get there, honey, two-step, I'm gonna handle them all. I'm gonna dance out both my shoes when they play the second line blues. Tomorrow night at a dark town strutter's ball. To get you in a taxi, honey. Better be ready by 8:30. Oh, and darling, don't be late. I wanna be there when the band starts playing. Remember when we get there, honey. Two-step, I'm gonna handle them all. I'm gonna dance out both my shoes when they play the second line blues. Tomorrow night at a dark town strutter's ball. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you. Now I'm going to do one by the great Hank Williams. Well, you're looking at a man that's feeling kind of mad. I had a lot of luck, but it's all been bad. No matter I struggle and strive, I'll never get out of this world alive. My vision board is broke, the creek is full of sand. I won't run away with another man. No matter I struggle and strive, I'll never get out of this world alive. These shabby shoes I'm wearing all the time, I'm full of holes and nails. And brother, if I step on a worn out dime, I bet a nickel I could tell if it was head to tail. I'm not gonna worry, wrinkles in my brow, 'cause nothing's ever gonna be alright. No how, no matter I struggle and strive, I'll never get out of this world alive. The shoes I'm wearing all the time, I'm full of holes and nails. And brother, if I step on a worn out dime, I bet a nickel I while. I'll never get out of this world. Thank you. Darling, I see you got 'em fresh, plucked from earth and air. Now they're in a bucket steaming. Your face is probably prepared for screaming at the silly folks like me. Answers for sale. Girl, you got the very best, tightly tucked, freshly pressed, sealed inside an airtight pocket. Perfect fitting through my socket. Flip 'em once and quickly profit. Answers for sale. Watch you swing 'em down the line, sweet and tight like cherry wine. You got red hot and I'm the one that's in decline. When you hot those things like that, honey sweet and rich with fat, you can fill my wounds with salt, make me think it's all my fault. Darling, I will buy them all. Answers for sale. Thank you so much, everybody. That was another original song written by Eric Claxton called Answers for Sale. That one's also off our most recent record, as is this new one. This one is actually written by a trumpet player, Zach Lang.
I'm already getting applause. This is great. One, two, one, two, one, two.
me that you wanna go in a different direction, and I know exactly what you're going to say. Yeah, alright, okay. You say you want something new, you like other girls, and I do too. I think it's time we parted ways. Yeah, alright, okay. You got to admit that we've been in a rut. I've noticed how you wince when you touch my face. Maybe in another life I'd be your girl, you'd be my wife, but that day is not today. Yeah, alright, okay. You tell me that you wanna go in a different direction, and I know exactly what you're going to say. Yeah, alright, okay. You say you want something new, you like other girls, and I do too. I think it's time we parted ways. Yeah, alright, okay. You got to admit that we've been in a rut. I've noticed how you wince when you touch my face. Maybe in another life I'd be your girl, be my wife, but that day is not today. Yeah, alright, okay. Thank you very much, everybody. So, as I mentioned earlier, we play the music of New Orleans, and that spans a pretty large amount of things. One thing that you heard us play earlier is some Caribbean music, and New Orleans has often been called the northernmost city in the Caribbean. That is owed to many, many things that are very long and difficult to get into, but a large part of that is because New Orleans was essentially a Catholic state for a long time. There was no work on Sundays, and so slaves were allowed to congregate, and they did in this area known as Congo Square, where they were allowed to play the music from their homelands, and that developed into jazz in some way, and some of it stayed Caribbean, and we play all of that tradition, and this next song is a Caribbean song called Ba Moine en Thibault. I butchered that pronunciation, but I won't when I sing it. Bamoyan tibo, de tibo, toi tibo doudou. Bamoyan tibo, de tibo, toi tibo doudou. Bamoyan tibo, de tibo, toi tibo. Bamo tout ça oulé, pour sous la tienne moi. Thank you very much.